At Havas Media Labs, we follow the interactions between people and brands very closely. Every year, we talk to 50,000 people about how brands fit into their lives, now full of economic uncertainty, accelerated technological development, and social change. The connection that people have with brands has fundamentally changed. We ask people about whether or not brands bring something real and positive to their lives. According to them, less than 20% of brands give them something they value. And on a global basis, 70% of brands would not be missed if they were to disappear. Why? We could point to the media revolution, but that is old news, and we think there is something deeper going on. We believe that it is people that have changed. Our research shows that consumers are indeed consuming less, often by choice, suggesting a pushback against the dominant model of planned obsolescence and the constant celebration of the new and fashionable. We believe that people are seeking something deeper beyond pure consumption. Let's use an analogy. Until this change, a man who was hungry may have decided to buy an apple. He would go to a store nearby to find a nice red apple. If it was fresh and smelled good, he bought it. This apple is an output that meets his basic functional needs. But nowadays, this is not enough. He also considers that the apple should make him healthier and help him save money compared to other things he might buy. The Apple brand might even teach him how to make apple pie. These are personal outcomes that come from consuming the apple and communicating with the Apple brand. But even this is not enough. He also wants to know about where the apple comes from. It should be grown locally, using methods that do not pollute. These are collective outcomes. People not only want to consume apples as they have always done, but they also want to understand what is behind the apple, see the tree, and be proud of it and the connection they have with it. People expect these three types of outcomes together. They also expect a stronger connection through communications. The classical one-way broadcast communications of advertising or talk channels are no longer interesting to people in itself. It is only useful when used to encourage people to pursue an interaction with the brand that happens in the think channels of the call center, interactive web, or point of sale. Here, people expect to have an effective, enjoyable exchange that brings them something valuable. But more importantly, people form their opinions in the trust or word-of-mouth channels without the brand being present or controlling the communication. This channel is the most important driver of consumer decisions, and the tone and quality of its communication is driven by what happens in the other two channels. It is crucial for the brand to respect, listen, and pay close attention to what happens in these channels. These communications channels cannot be understood or acted upon individually or in silos, but must be seen by the brand from the perspective of the consumer and managed with the view for the system as a whole. There are a myriad of ways for other groups to engage with the brand besides pure consumption. Brands must foster interconnectedness and collaboration. It must show that the activity of the company is interconnected with those who experience and consume the brand. This is not an end, but a beginning for us. We have only touched the surface when it comes to the expectations of brands and their contribution to meaningfulness in terms of what they do and say. But uniting these insights, and many others, is the idea of brands creating something meaningful for people. Brands, if they are to be meaningful, have to take an active, positive role in society. We are convinced that delivering in this way can help sell more apples, and our research supports this. Brands are rewarded through stronger brand equity, clearer consumption decisions, and ultimately economic value to the brand owner. We must not let this become a conversation about consuming and communicating less, rather the opposite. Within the realms of this drive for meaningfulness, for greater and more durable value, We have an opportunity to create an environment that is defined by consuming and communicating better.